All right. Thank you for joining us on the Real Producers Beyond the Pages podcast. We are here at the state-of-the-art Groover Labs and we've got some help from the incredible team at Adler Gray Videography. So just wanted to say thank you to both of those. And I'm your host, Samantha Luccherini, owner and publisher of Wichita Real Producers. And we have our preferred partner here, Jason Hancock of Pillar to Post Home Inspections, and his Realtor guest, Eric Locke. Eric of ERA, Great American Realty. So list with Locke. That's really what I wanted to say because the billboards work.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Nailed it. All right, guys. So today's topic will be all about home inspections, real estate, being a new dad, and maybe a little bit of everything in between. So on that note, Jason, do you want to start us off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and then why you invited this guy.
I
I'd like to
invited
hear
this
that.
guy because I like surrounding myself with the best in the industry, and
Yep.
that would be Eric Locke.
That would be.
Jeez.
Yep. I never could have imagined this 22 years ago when we were graduating high school together.
Right.
So proud of you. It's been neat to see. So Jason, tell us a little bit about what you do. Give us your little elevator spiel.
So I don't really have an elevator spill.
Okay, well, we'll make one right now.
Okay.
Ever been in an
So-
elevator?
No.
This is your 15 seconds of fame.
So I got into the industry because I wanted to help people. I like making them informed on their decisions of buying a home. I come from a long history of customer service, so I know how to keep people calm in their decision making, and I just go from there.
Awesome. And so you started Pillar to Post here in Wichita as a franchisee owner around the same time, I think, that I was starting Real Producers. When was that?
September of 18.
Okay. Yeah.
My
so
door's open.
All right. Very good. Yeah. So we were kind of been on the same growth trajectory here, and it's been neat to see your business grow and explode.
Yours as well. You've done
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you. It's been fun to grow together. So cheers to many years ahead of us doing that
And
again.
I believe it was because of this man right here that got us together.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think
Eric.
so. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So when I bugged you and did a realtor interview, you said yes to me only because you knew that I wouldn't take no for an answer, and it was just easier to say yes and shut me up,
Fact.
right? And yeah, so thank you for that. And here we are, full circle. How about that? 3 years later.
Yeah.
Yep, beautiful thing. Okay, so then tell me a little bit about your work history with Eric. How did you meet him? How did you build that relationship? Because that's been pivotal to your business.
That took some time. Obviously, realtors don't like, they like working with who they know.
Sure.
So I think it was about a year before Eric actually started using me.
Yeah.
Around 19.
So a year of courting and
Yes.
bugging and stalking and all those things.
Visiting offices,
Yep.
attending some, they actually invited me to some Christmas parties, some agent appreciation events. Yeah, and I just kept talking to him until he said, okay,
You
I'm
bought
done
me a lot of
talking.
beers.
Yeah. So that's the key. You can win with Eric. You just have to wear him down.
Sure.
It's about will.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
sure
he's
your daughter's
loyal.
already figured that out.
Yeah. She's already got a Ferrari.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Well, Eric, tell us a little bit about your story, why you chose this crazy industry, and then from your perspective, just how your working relationship with Jason took place.
Well, I've been in this industry 22 years. Probably be in it another 22 more, unless my OnlyFans takes off.
Hey, let me know that handle. I'll support that.
Yeah, right. It's going to be a fat dad at work deal.
This I got to see.
Yes. This is going to be good social content.
You bet. Just been doing it forever and a day. Love it. Can't imagine doing anything else, really.
Not a dull moment.
Yeah. Every day's something different, so that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Not the monotonous, zombie.
That's
9
what
to 5.
attracted me to home inspections. I don't like the same thing every day.
Right.
And this is definitely an industry that's never the same.
No, I mean, not
You got to
even
be on your toes.
not even the realtor is going to be in the same mood day after day,
No.
given this shifting market.
Yes.
Yep, that's a fact.
Very good. Okay. Well, Jason, let's go back to you and talk a little bit more about your industry specifically. I know we just kind of touched on that no 2 days are the same, but if you had to talk about what a typical day would look like when it is all about work, what does that look like? What areas do you cover? That kind of a thing.
Well, usually at the very start, it'd be like making sure all my tools are in good shape, getting them ready to go, batteries charged, planning any routes that maybe need to be planned for getting from one inspection to another, or radon, pick up or drop, all the way back to the office, storing away any files I need to get stored away and kept for years, and just normal office stuff and outdoor, and actually being at the inspection. So I sweep the floors and everything.
I love it. Yeah, you wear all those hats. So
Yes.
then talk to us a little bit more, expand on all the services you offer. You mentioned radon, like aside from just the typical home inspection, what are the other things that you offer with Pillar to Post?
So we offer what we call P2P 360 floor plan. That's 360 views of the outside of the home and interior of each room. So you can go through and actually spin and walk through the house like a virtual tour. And then it shows you the layout of the home and the dimensions of each room in the home. So that's cool stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be very, just very valuable, you know, especially for when,
out-of-state buyers, out-of-town buyers.
yeah,
They've
yeah,
never seen the home. They can actually see it when
Right.
they get an inspection through me.
yeah. So they could essentially pause that video, that 3D video, kind of zoom in on an area. Like,
Sure.
was that a horizontal crack next to the window, or is that just like a cobweb? So, are they able to see details like that?
Well, not that close, but I can incorporate the actual report into that. So as they're walking through and I say, okay, the floor's damaged here or the window won't open here, they can zoom in on that part of that.
That's wonderful. And then they'll have still pictures of that as well.
Sure.
As further
Still
proof.
get a normal report. Yep, written
Yeah.
in. I send it email and print it on site.
Yeah. So, and I know, and I haven't done a lot of real estate. Most people know that in the last several years, but I've used you for a couple of home inspections myself. You know, on the buyer side, and the presentation and just like the how comprehensive the report is and the binder. And talk to us a little bit about that, because I do feel that sets people apart.
Well, so and what I try to do, as Eric has told me, I put it in terms that everybody can understand. There's no big jargon, no big words. I don't confuse things with what should it be and what it is now. I do inspect what I see now, not what I think it should be or know it should be even. Because most people are not going to say, well, this needs to be fixed, but it's $10,000. You know, flashing's there or a window that's rotted. You know, I just tell them this window's got some wood deterioration, and let them make the decision on whether they want to negotiate it repairs,
Sure.
or if they can live with it with themselves and do it down the road
Right.
after they moved in.
Very good. Yeah, you're just Switzerland in the deal.
Yes.
Yep, I love that.
We love that too.
Yes, yeah, that is. I'm sure that's a very important quality when you're choosing your favorite home inspector. All right, so what is the craziest inspection story that you have experienced in these last several years?
I was thinking about that last night, actually. The one that sticks in my head, there's actually two, which were homes that were covered in snake skins. In the walls, the attic was littered. I know somewhere in that home I was being watched by a snake. Two of them.
So it was just the snakes, pet snakes would just shed their skin and no one was picking that
They
up?
were wild because these homes were out in the country.
Okay, so these snakes had taken over.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, skin was hanging off the attic access in the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have to get it off somehow. No one's there to
Yeah.
scratch their back.
Well, it amazes me how the snake got there in the first place because it's like right in the middle of the ceiling. How does a snake get to that point?
He had to have come
and
from
hang?
high to low. So you never saw a snake?
No. Well, I have seen snakes, but not in those
Not in
particular
that one?
homes. Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay, what's the other crazy story?
That's probably it. There was two homes like that.
Oh, okay.
Other
Jeez.
than most of my crazy stories have to do with pests. There was another one where I had found evidence of like raccoon in the attic.
Yes?
And I told them to make sure he's out before they blocked off where I found.
Well, yeah, that'd be
entrance point.
stinky.
They blocked it off. He was in there. He tried to get out a different way and ended up dying in the process.
Oh, that's
So,
sad.
Yeah.
They didn't see. They did not take their inspector's advice. Shame on them.
Yeah.
Could be
I think they
dangerous.
forgot. But and there was another one I found several actually recently where there was piles of like straw and hay, like 5 foot tall in the attic from a gable end window where animals have gotten in and created nests.
Wow. I'm sure that didn't have a good odor.
No. Or even like one I've done recently for this man right here, there was a actual pest trap in the attic.
And was it being utilized?
Yes.
It had a pest in it that had died, and
Yeah.
they just never took it out of the attic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe they're just waiting till spring cleaning.
they didn't know. They just.
I think the sellers forgot about it.
Yeah.
It was left
They
up
just
there.
acclimate. Just the
Yeah.
nose acclimates. But
But yeah, they moved down to the basement because it's colder in the basement.
Yeah.
So like there's 2 floors separating them from from what that was.
Smells.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Jason, what is your 5-year goal with Pillar to Post? It's been almost 4 years. So what do the next 5 years look like for you?
So I'm still wanting to continue my growth. I'd like to see like 30 inspections more per year for the next 5 years.
Okay. Do you have those numbers memorized? Like how many you did year 1, 2, 3, and 4?
I got, last year we did 317, I think it was.
Yeah.
The year before was like 157, so I drew
Yeah.
tremendously.
Almost 100%. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I'm on track to do at least that this year too.
Good. I love that.
That's awesome.
What is an unusual habit or something absurd that you love or that you do that might surprise us? Do you have anything like that?
Yes, actually, when it's raining, inspections.
Yeah.
It sounds absurd or crazy, but it's an actual good time to inspect a home
Oh, I could imagine.
to
Yeah.
find any
Any water
leaks or
intrusion, yeah.
issues. Yeah. The other one personally would be like listening to people complain. It makes me realize how good I have it.
Yeah. That's right. No, that's an excellent perspective because life is all about perspective. You know, you
Sure.
can look at one side of the coin and it's what you choose. So
I
you're
always
right.
look at the other side.
That's right. And things could always be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Thank you. All right, Mr. Eric. So you said you've been in real estate 22 years. We've already established that we've been out of high school for 22 years. So did you ever think you were going to do anything else, or did you know you wanted to do real estate, or you just knew you didn't want to go the traditional route?
Well, I originally wanted to be an advertising guy. So when I got out,
You want to buy a magazine? No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. I love it.
I started helping my brother build houses. He was a builder, and then I was working at the banks, going to college, and I wanted to be the advertising guy that created the funny like TV commercials or whatever. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Interesting.
And halfway through college, I think I had, I don't know, a half a semester left. I was like, I'm making better money in real estate, like doing this. Like I'm constantly running out of class to answer my pager.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So now it's just been, since then, I kind of get to do a little bit of the advertising. plus
You
some
really
sales.
do. Yeah. I expect to see some really hilarious, borderline inappropriate billboards soon.
That's where it gets hilarious.
That's where advertising gets really fun. So then let's see, I believe that our MLS system at RSCK came to fruition like late 90s, early 2000s. Was that already in place by the time you had started? Do you recall?
We had Paragon before then. I think people just stopped looking at books right before that.
Okay.
It was obviously before Zillow or anything else.
Sure.
That was back in the day where you had to, you couldn't even email the houses to your customers. You had to like print them off and mail them or drop off
Hand
a list
deliver.
of the houses that, hey, I
Yeah.
want to show to you, or like meet me at the office and you can follow me to the houses.
I've
or
heard some of those
Yeah.
stories.
Or you have
Make
to keep
sure
a
your
very
car's
impeccable,
clean.
clean car. Yep.
Yeah.
Car washes are a big deal. Those
Yeah.
were good things to,
I can't meet you for 30 minutes. I got to go across the street to the car wash.
yeah.
Then meet me because you got to ride with me. And
Yes.
I have to buy you lunch or dinner when we're done. And yeah.
Yeah. You really had to work for that commission back then.
We did. We
Yeah,
spent half
now
of
it's
it on
just all
food.
about grrr on the computer.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So outside of work, tell us a little bit about what you spend most of your time doing, if you do have any time like that.
Oh, shoot. Well, playing Super Dad right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
So my little girl is 17 months.
Gosh, that's nuts.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
Tell me
believe it's
about
been
it.
that long already.
Like people say that and it's so cliche, like, oh my God, don't blink. I'm like, okay, whatever. Now I'm like, yeah, really? Like it's
Yeah.
happening.
It
Oh.
does, yeah.
Brother, it's going to get worse. My baby's starting junior year. Like it
No way.
literally flies
Wow.
so fast.
Good God.
Take as many pictures as you can.
I've got that part down.
Good.
Yeah, my wife's a saint, but yeah, I just, I find myself ending my days a little sooner so I can get home and hang out with her. A little
Good
bit
for
more,
you. Yep.
And
Good.
then
I love that.
pick up work when she goes back to bed,
Yeah.
type deal. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Nice. So talk to us a little bit about your team.
Okay. So I got a team of 4 girls currently, buyer's agents. Some of them, Courtney's been with me for 7, 8 years. Jerica, 5 or 6 years. The other one's relatively new, a couple years. They are rock stars. They're, we're thriving through the market today, as tough as it is.
Good.
They're getting everything done. They're winning deals. They're really enjoyable girls, and
Yeah.
they're learning so much that it's impressive to be a part of.
I
That's
concur
wonderful.
with all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think if anyone really knows anything about you or your team, they know that you guys are very close knit and that you are very efficient. You are small but very mighty. And I think that everyone on your team, I think you've taught them well. You've been a really good leader, and yeah, I think that success is an attribute to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Very good. Yes, you're welcome.
Try.
So, what is one word, or you can use a couple, that you would describe our market today?
It's got to be suitable for airtime.
Well, like I said, we can blurb this out, but
Sure.
or just like your take on it, your explanation, if you will.
Oh man, I don't know. I'd have to think.
Do you think it's better now than it was maybe a year ago this time?
For sellers, sure. Yeah. Well, and maybe not, because the sellers now don't want to sell because they don't know what they're going to buy. So like since 2019, we had it real easy. We could sell it. We get too much money.
Anybody could sell a house at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's convincing the sellers to sell because they don't want to get in the trenches with the buyers and do it. So it is just pure chaos is what it is. It's herding butterflies, herding cats, whatever you want to call it, trying to get everybody to get on the same page and realize, hey, it's not that bad. We can get you a house once we sell your house.
Yeah.
Type deal.
So how do you manage that frustration? Because that's one thing that I see as being very unattractive as far as being in the trenches and being a full-time realtor is the frustration with your co-op agents, with clients, buyers, sellers. How do you manage that, especially for 22 years?
You got to take a little time off for yourself. I mean, you got to teach the girls, the agents working for me, and even for the company, that don't make immediate rash decisions. Do something for yourself. Take a couple hours to yourself every day. Realize that you're in this for the long haul. So maybe you're not working with an amazing co-op agent, but you're going to be working with them again later, whether it's later this year or the next couple of years. So
yeah,
That's good advice.
don't burn your bridge immediately. Don't shoot from the hip. No knee-jerk reactions. Think about what you do and think about what's best for your customers too.
That's great advice. And then just commiserate with your trusted trusted
Use your
people.
resources and everybody will help you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Call
Okay.
Jason for drinks.
I'm the guy.
He's the guy. Okay, what is, and this could even be related to your daughter, because I'm sure this has opened up a whole new world of different purchase options, but what purchase of $100 or less has been amazing and dramatic for you?
Oh, geez.
Because we all know that like a purchase of $100,000 toy or whatever would be a lot of fun, but we're talking about the things that are just really succinct.
For $100 or less for my daughter. Well, so they have this thing for dogs called Where's Fido, where you put the collar on your dog and it through the app tells you where your dog is. In case
Like
it goes
GPS,
out.
like, okay, love
Yeah,
this.
so I took it off the collar and I put it on my daughter.
Sure,
And on
your
the
wife
app,
is a freaking saint.
where the app is, I've marked all the boys' houses in the neighborhood. Granted, she's 17, but 17 months, she can run now. So, it's getting dicey. So I'd say probably that one right now
Good.
would be the
That's
best
cool.
$100 or less.
So what I'm predicting is that she is never going to be able to get away with even a sliver of the things that you did in high school. Fair?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a fact.
yeah.
Yes,
Between
yes.
you being you, and the technology aspect that we have a one up on our kids.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, she's in good hands.
Yeah, she's probably going to be homeschooled out at our land.
There you go.
I've already planted landmines around her window and everything and stuff, so
Nice.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, you can't just go with the normal like rose bushes under the windows these days
Right.
with kids anymore.
Right.
They're way too smart.
Yeah, and I've got an agreement with the nunnery or the convent that she
I
can
think you
drop that
also
hammer.
need to make some good friends with some influential law enforcement around the area.
Yes,
You got
Yeah.
a career
Agreed.
path chosen for her as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not a realtor.
It's out of carrying. Oh God, no.
Oh God, no! Please don't do that.
No, I love the girl. I never.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, cool. So what failure that you've experienced potentially in life or an apparent failure at the time actually turned out to be a big blessing for you?
Almost all of them.
And there you go.
If you don't fail, you're not succeeding.
Yeah, you
Because
got to
if
fail to
you're-
yep,
If you just keep doing the comfortable, easy stuff, everybody else would be doing it.
that's right.
Like one of those stupid quotes that I've always enjoyed is like you didn't know you could fly until you're pushed over the edge.
Yeah. And then you
so-
figure out how to fly as you're falling.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. And so, I think any failure, if you don't fail, you're not succeeding. Like you have to push the envelope, or you have to test new grounds. You have to figure other things out because, you know, we're all not as original as we think we are. Everybody else is going to be doing the same things, or they'll catch up to you at some point, or, monkey see, monkey do. Oh, that works for him. I'm going to do the same thing. So
Sure.
until you're innovating and finding new options or new avenues, you have to fail to succeed. And if you don't, you're not trying.
And you don't truly ever fail unless you quit or give up.
Fact.
Yeah.
I remind myself that every Friday when I golf.
I don't think most people understand that. It's so
No.
true.
It is so easy, though, to succumb to that failure and to really get wrapped up in your feelings. But you know what? We should only allow ourselves a couple of minutes or an afternoon to cry about it and then jump back on that horse tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. All right, so let's end this with a little speed round, some would you rathers. And if you would like to expand upon the why behind what you chose, that's even more fascinating. But you don't have why, because we want to get to know you, because this is supposed to be fun.
Got it.
Because we're not going to talk all about business the whole time. Not anyone wants to hear, about all of that. If they want to, pick your brain some more on how you've been a rock star for 22 years, then, I'm sure that you'd be open to a beer or whatnot. So.
Yeah.
Somebody
Okay.
say beer.
Well, it's 9:35, so we're good. Okay. Would you rather be able to go back in time or be able to tell the future?
I probably would like to tell the future.
Okay. Eric?
Same.
Future. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like, the history kind of made it where it is, and there's a reason it's where it's at.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Would you rather live in a new build or 100-year-old home?
Probably a new build.
Okay. I actually kind of expected that from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Would you inspect your own home?
Sure.
Okay.
I feel sorry for that listing agent.
Right.
It better not be you, Eric.
Yeah. I think I like the 100-year-old job.
Okay.
I like the 100-year-old
All
because
right.
I could make it what I wanted afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. So you still have the character and the history there, but then you can modernize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I see nothing but issues with 100-year-old homes
Sure. Yeah.
as an inspector.
No, I'm in your boat. I want a new build, 100%. Yeah. I could appreciate and respect the history there, but history wasn't my favorite subject. So, okay. Would you rather have all of your conversations from this point forward being just text or always being a phone call?
I have no preference.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't.
let you get away with that because I like you. Eric, what about you?
Text me.
Okay.
Text me.
Yep.
And don't leave me a voicemail, for the love of God. Don't leave me a voicemail.
So
wanna
what I
change
just
my
heard there.
voicemail to like, hey, it's 2022. If you're getting ready to leave me a voicemail, look at the calendar, realize what year we're in, and text me. Like, not
Can
the
you please
voicemail.
do that? Can
Hey,
I
Eric,
can I
it's-
put that on your list of things to do?
Oh God, I wish.
Hey, girls on Eric's team, those that are listening, have Eric actually do this and let me know because this is golden.
Right. I just leave it full, so you can't leave me one.
Well, the reason
Oh.
I answered the way I did is because I still run into every great once in a while clients that don't even have an email.
That's tough.
So I have
Yeah.
to keep my open communication any manner I can get it
Yeah.
in. So
You do. You have to be able to adapt, but that also is like, well, let me get out the stone and the hammer so we can iron this out for you. Okay. And then last one, dogs or cats?
dogs.
Dogs all day.
Okay.
All day dogs.
What about would you ever be open to like chickens or goats or birds? Or no, just straight dogs?
We bought my mom birds. My mom loves birds, so we bought her birds when we were younger.
Yeah.
She had them in the back room of the house.
Yeah.
And she loved them. They were fine. They were okay.
Were they nice though?
Yeah, they were like little finchy things or whatever.
Okay.
They
It wasn't
weren't
like the
really-
big birds that can take off a finger.
Yeah. And she started buying more herself, so that wasn't too bad. But I'm just not a cat guy, and not a snake guy, not a spider guy, not any of that. No.
Yeah,
Fish. I'll throw
I've
some
done
fish in the
fish and
house.
I've had some birds, cockatiels.
Okay.
I like them both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the dogs are a little less
Yes.
demanding.
Yeah.
as far
Well,
as
they could be.
care.
Yeah.
I feel like your office needs a fish.
A fish in the office.
Yeah,
The
like-
West office used to have some.
The list with Locke fish.
List with Locke
You
fish.
need a fish with a little banner swimming around in a little bowl, Liz with Locke.
He needs to be advertising.
Right.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
I could see that. Yeah. I
He can
mean,
pay for himself.
everyone's using their dogs and their cats on social media. Like, let's get creative.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. You can use those advertising.
Instead of Jake from State Farm, it could be such and such from
That's
List
right.
with Locke.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leroy from List with Locke.
Here's the fish.
See, we all learned something this morning.
There we go. Well, we've got some to-dos. We've got some shopping. Yeah, I like this. This isn't just about having a conversation. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you so much for just your support and your participation. It means a lot. And really the whole idea here was just to help spread the word about who you are, taking it off of the pages. You know, I've done stories on both of you now, and this just helps the rest of the real estate community get to know you in a way that they wouldn't be able to otherwise. So I appreciate you being here this morning, gentlemen. Thank you.
Sam.
And stay tuned for the next episode.
All right.
Thank you.